in so much pain just by doing this. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Amelia. For those of you who don't know me, I am a booktuber and I upload reading vlogs and book content and anything relating to that. It is also very hot today. We don't usually get this hot weather at the moment, or we haven't been. It's like 26 degrees. My fan is on and I am so hot. And I've got a bit of a toothache, so we're living life. But for those of you who don't, if you do enjoy book content, then please give this video a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and please follow my social medias. They are linked down below. I'll try and breathe. And without further ado, let's just get on with the video. For this video, I might have moved from the last one, or my hair might have changed. I really wish I had like a cushion to lean on. My back really hurts, and my teeth are hurting, and I'm just really hot. And you know when you're really hot that everything's irritating you? Yeah, that is happening. I don't know why I chose to do this today. But I am doing my August reading wrap up and my September hopefuls. Now, again, I did this the same as last time. I filmed last time earlier than the end of the month. So I'm pretty sure I did it like the Sunday before I went to Barcelona. And it is the 23rd of August. So there's still quite a bit of time, and I am aiming to finish a book tomorrow. So what I am planning to do is put that in my wrapped and say what I predict it to be, and then it will also be in my September wrap up, if that makes sense. But one, I've read quite a few books since the last wrap up, and also I am very busy between now and the end of the month, so I just thought it best to get this filmed today when I've got a bit of time. We're going to start with what I've read since the last vlog, so it's the end of July and August, because I finished actually 3 books in July after filming the wrap up. So we're just going to go in order of what I read. So I did speak about this in the July one, saying what I wanted to read in August or finish reading in July, and that was Flawless by Elsie Silva. I even have a piece of paper what I rated it because I forget. This is the first book in the Chestnut Spring series, and oh my god, I loved it. It was so good. This follows Rhett and Summer. Rhett is a bull rider for competitions, and Summer, her dad is Rhett's boss, basically Rhett's agent, I want to say, and Rhett is a bit of a bad boy and he needs looking after. He needs basically someone to tell him to not do the stupid things he does, and then Summer goes and babysits him. Babysits is the word loosely, and yeah, it's a cute little love story between Summer and Rhett, and I really enjoyed the story. It was so good, and it gripped me so well, and I'm loving the Chestnut Spring series, and you'll see why later on in this video if you haven't seen previous vlogs. So I gave this a 4.5 stars, and I definitely think it was well deserved. She did so well in writing this book, so good. Cannot wait to continue this series so much. So excited. Then I picked up Mr. Wrong Number. I didn't actually read this at all for a reading vlog. I just read that for myself, just whilst, because, and I think it's the only book this year that I've read and not vlogged, which is surprising. But I didn't really want to vlog before I went away, and I just wanted to read a book in between the time. So I picked this one up. It was an easy read. It was cute. This follows Olivia and Colin. Colin is Olivia's brother's best friend. At the start of the book, Olivia burns down her apartment, even not building, her apartment, so she has to move in with her brother and her brother's best friend. Colin, they're like very much don't like each other, so it's kind of an enemies to lovers relationship. And the preface of this book is that Olivia gets a text from a wrong number, and I don't know why I had to think about that, and then they kind of start a flirtationship, and then over text with someone they don't know each other until Colin realises the person he's been texting but didn't know was Olivia, so he's Mr. Wrong Number, and yeah, you can see where it goes. But this was just a cute little romance book. I wouldn't say it's my favourite book I've ever read. I wasn't like fully in love with it. I would not read it again probably, but I did enjoy it, and I gave it a 3.25 stars. I thought it was cute, and it was an easy read, so I literally finished this on a Thursday before I went to Barcelona, and I was hoping to take it with me, so I just have it for the plane, but I finished it before I went. Now, I then read 1,000 Boy Kisses. I took this for the plane journey to and from Barcelona, because if anyone doesn't know me, I am petrified of flying. So I took this with me for the plane. Thought it was like a happy, cute story. I didn't really read anything about this book. I read the back, but I didn't really. It didn't mention anything about sadness or crying or tears. And I read the first chapter and I was nearly in tears on the plane, and I was like, this is emotional. But yeah, this book made me sob so much. It was so, I literally cried so much at this book, and it's been a long time since a book has done that, so well done. This, like I said, is called A Thousand Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. This follows Rune and Poppy. They're like high school kids, and they meet when they're like young because Rune moves from Norway to Georgia. So they move to Georgia. So Rune is from Norway, he moves to Georgia, meets his next door neighbour Poppy, and then they form this friendship. And then Poppy's grandma passes away, and gives her a task to do is to fill a jar with 1,000 boy kisses, and with any kisses that are memorable and meaningful. And so Rune fulfills. It says his mission to say he's going to fulfil that task, and they start dating. And then Rune gets sent back to Norway like when they're like 15, and they try long distance, and then something happens to Poppy. I won't say what because it gives it away. Something happens to Poppy which stops Poppy and Rune talking, and then Rune comes back from Norway, and he's not the same guy he was when he left. And now it's Poppy, and there's a massive. It's so good, so sad. This didn't give me 5-star vibes. I gave it 3.75, but it did make me cry so much. Like, I haven't cried this much at a book. And then I read probably one of my most anticipated books of the year. It didn't come out this year. It actually came out a while ago, but I hadn't read it yet. And it was I was in the middle of the series. I'd read the first two, and I was like, I have to read this one. Sorry, thirsty. So I picked up I read Kingdom of the Feared by Kerry Maniscalco. This is the final book in the Kingdom of the Wicked trilogy, and I honestly loved it. I think it was a really good wrap up of the story. I won't talk too much about it because I don't want to give away what happens in the first two books by talking about this one. But I gave this a 4.75 stars. It's the highest one I rated. It did not give me 5-star vibes. However, it did give me. It was so close to it, and the whole series I gave 5 stars. But this was the first fantasy trilogy I read since a long time ago, so I was really happy that I gave it 4.75 stars. I really loved it. Really good story. I then read Confess by Colleen Hoover. This was really good. I started off was like, I'm not sure how I feel about this, and then as I got into it, I was like, I actually love this. Fell in love with it. This book follows Auburn and Owen, and Auburn had a boyfriend in like high school. He passes away. She goes back to the town where their boyfriend, ex-boyfriend or boyfriend lived, and then meets a guy called Owen, and he owns an art gallery called Confess, and he has the confessions, and that's how he creates the paintings. And he owns an art gallery, and he literally I love the book. But yeah, he owns an art gallery, and it's they meet when she just takes a job for him one night, and it's a really good story. And I'm not going to talk too much more about it because I feel like we're here forever. And I gave this a 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it, really loved it. Then we have Heartless by Elsie Silver. This is the second book in the Chestnut Spring series. This is a single dad trope, and it's a single dad and nanny trope, which I wasn't sure about because I've never read that kind of story before, but I honestly fell in love. It's Grumpy vs Sunshine, which is my favourite book trope, like, ever. It was so good. It follows Cade Eaton, which is Rhett's brother, and Willow Grant, who is Summer's best friend, and Willow becomes the nanny of Luke, Cade's son, over the summer, and it starts off kind of like he doesn't want her there, and then they hit it off, and it's just such a really cute relationship, cute story, everything. Luke was the most adorable kid I've ever read about. I loved it. I just felt so immersed and felt like I was there, and it was happening for me, and that was me. I loved every minute of it, and yes, so I gave this 5 stars, like literally so good. Then I finally finished Daisy Hates. I started this in April of this year, and it took me so long to read. If you've been following my vlogs, you would have seen me go on about how I started this for my favourite booktubers choose my next read, and then I stopped reading it because I just got put in a bit of a slump with it. Not like in a slump of reading, just that this was giving me a funk, and I was just like not into it. Then I tried again for like a few just before I started Kingdom of the Feared for like about a day, and I was just like still not feeling it, so I just was like, no, I'm not gonna read it now. And then next week you'll see I did a video. I read 200 pages per day, so you're gonna see this next week. But I filmed it when I'm filming this last week, and I picked it up for the Friday because I was like, you know what, I might as well I had like 400 pages. Not even 400 pages left. I had like 270 pages left to read, and so I needed to fit it in like 95 pages one night a day, and then so I was like, I might as well just pick this one up. So I picked it up, and I did it. I successfully finished the challenge as well for that day, and I finished the book, and I really enjoyed it. This follows Daisy and Christian. Christian is the guy who is also in love with Magnolia, so it kind of has like coincide with what happened in the first Magnolia Parks book in this, and I absolutely loved this, but I didn't love it as much as Magnolia Parks. So I gave this a 3.75 because I did really enjoy the story, and I think if I read it all at once I might have given it 5 stars, but I didn't. So 3.75 stars, but I really enjoyed it. Whew. And then I'm currently halfway through A Court of Wings and Ruin, and I am planning to finish this tomorrow. So I thought I would quickly say what I think it's going to be, and I'm predicting it's going to be a 5-star read because I am absolutely loving it as much or more than I love The Court of Mr. Fury. And if I'm loving it more than The Court of Mr. Fury and I gave that 5 stars, this has to be a 5-star read. And I'm only halfway through, so I cannot wait to finish. But yeah, I absolutely love this book and cannot wait to finish it and give it my full rating, but I think it's going to be 5 stars. So come back in September when you'll find out what I actually gave this. Put that there. Just enough out. We are now going to move on what I want to read in September. I'm going to try and keep this a short speech. I am going to try and keep this as short as possible and not talk too much about the books. 3 of them I am actually reading for a vlog I'm currently filming, which is continuing series that I've started, or finishing series that I've started, but I'm not really finishing any of them apart from one. The first book is A Court of Frost and Starlight. I'm literally going to read this when I finish that one because it's literally a novella. It's like 200 pages. Like, it's so short compared to the other 3. So I'm gonna take this one with me to my festival to read like over the weekend. It shouldn't take me this long to read this one. So yeah, I'm gonna do that one next, so I can then get to have one more book left to read until the next one comes out. Then we've got Addicted for Now by Krista and Becca Ritchie, which is the 3rd book in the Addicted/Calloway Sister series, and I cannot wait to read this. I feel like it's about time I need to get back into this series. I need to find out more what goes on with Lo and Lily. I love it. I love them more like. Then it's, if I can pick it up, then it's Twisted Lies. Again, this is the final book in the Twisted series, so I really want to get to it so I can finish that series off. Because I started it late last year, so technically you've done it within a year. No. Excuse me. So, yes, I can't wait to follow Stella and Christian, and I can't wait to see what happens in this one, so. And can I just say, I love this cover. It's like one of my favourite covers out of them all, so I'm excited. Then, this is one that I think has continues to be on my TBR card, but my wish list, so like, it was in my August one, and it's going to be in my September one as well, because I am actually reading it. I'm reading it on a Kindle app on my phone, actually, and I'm doing it like on travels, when I'm like travelling places and stuff, or like at work and don't want to read my book, I'll pick it up on my phone and read it. And I want to buy a Kindle so bad, not this week, but not this month, maybe my Christmas present myself. However, I am going to try and see if I can turn my iPad case into a Kindle, my iPad into a Kindle. I just need to work out if I can use the Kindle without any data on my iPad. Because then I might just use that as a Kindle and continue reading this. But I'm on chapter 8, so only 80 pages into this book. But it is the 4th Harry Potter, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, my least favourite. So that's the other reason I'm struggling to get through this, because I don't really like the film anyway, so I know what happens in this, but it's just not in the book. And yeah, so. Then we have Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I haven't read a Taylor Jenkins Reid book for so long. The last Taylor Jenkins Reid book I read was a reread, and that was Daisy Jones and the Six in March. So I really need to read another Taylor Jenkins Reid book. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 of her books currently, and I just really want to get this one done so then I can move on to Carrie Soto's back, because I promised myself I won't read Carrie Soto's back until I've read this one. So, fingers crossed. And it is a bit of an ambitious one, but I have read quite a bit recently, so I'm hoping I can get through it. But finally, it's The Mistake by Elle Kennedy. I really want to continue this series. I read The Deal in July and fell in love with it, so I just really want to continue the series, and I want to read this one. So, and this follows Logan and Grace, so I can't wait to give this a read. So yes. But anyway, that is the end of this video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and follow my social medias in the link below. I am now going to take a nap, and I will see you again soon with another video.